Hello everyone, I'm Nando the Second and today we are here for round number 3 of Ultimate League Season 12 sim. And as you can see here, we got the standings from the last two rounds. You can see here, it's Nandi leading the way with 55 points after he got the win in Alton Park. So really amazing for him, as we see also Diati amazing in second place. And then I just noticed here, it's Buddha now in third place instead of Brandy. It's like he got 42 points and Brandy is on 41 points. So yeah, then we got quite a way down here. Kubo with 26 points is ahead of Corvid, who got a really good result there. Both of them actually in the top 5 in Alton Park. And yeah, I think for the drivers that's it. Sob also improving with the P6 in Alton Park. Yeah, that's it for the drivers, I would say. And then for the teams, we got NTH just leading the way after getting 47 points, which is really good in Alton Park. Then LSA improving a lot from before to now second place with 45 points on our last round, and then FLF struggled a little bit with third place, and then BER just dropping a bit now in P4. There was just 1 point ahead of LSA, but at least they're still keeping the top 4 finish or top 4 in the standings. Uh, yeah, we got also Lynx Racing RMC still battling for the bottom two. Looks like RMC hasn't really managed to get out of there, but let's see if they can do it here at Machtangart, which is a bullet track. So yeah, Bullet Sword is going to be the main candidate for the win. And now, as you can see here, I changed the I've changed the ratings quite a lot. That I've looked at the drivers' finish average and also have a little bit in mind, like the drivers that left the grid and stuff. So I think I got some really good ratings here. I think they're certainly a bit more realistic and having a bit more in time with what happened in these first two races. But yeah, I guess after these rounds on this end, we're gonna have a little bit better fun idea what level the drivers actually are. But either way, here's are the ratings. Buda is the first, he's the best driver with -1. And then you got Hanani and the Sobol here, as they got the podium and Sobol with 2 wins, of course. Obviously, he got really strong start, but yeah, one can always ask if he's gonna keep that way. Maybe it might be the uh, his last wins in the entire season, but I actually can see Sobol winning more. He just seems to be taking things a bit seriously, and yeah, if he can get more wins, I think I might actually consider putting him in -1. I think it's more than fair, to be honest. But yeah, then we got more ratings. We got Anti -3, and I think he's the only one there. Yeah, then we got -4. We got Gradient, Kubo, and the Mushus, and then Corvid as well, of course. Then -5. We got Rosim. Then we got I think it's just him. Yeah, Rosim and -3 of course. Yeah, -5 for those two drivers. Then -6. We got Graf, I think. Yeah, Graf with some really good results to top 10s, and then Journey also -6 for him. And then yeah, and I think that's it. Then -7 we got Kalo, who's been struggling in this championship, but then Purist also -7. And then Pemush, no, not Pemush, Stoll here with -7 as well at Rams. And I think that's where the level is as we got the return. And yeah, that's it. I think for -7, I just need to check something. We are the results. And yeah, then -8. I think -7.5. I put Andres. I think he's been a bit closer to the -7 guys. And then -8 is Gluxley. And yeah, I think that's it for the ratings. I actually like them now. I think they certainly have more in mind what's been happening at the start of the season. So yeah, let's go on to the races then. Machtangart. I'm very tempted to use the UL version, but I actually want to see the pits to be physical in these sims. So It's gonna be 46 laps, but here I just need to change to 5 minutes qualifying. Spectator mode on, of course. You just these collisions off. No damage for these races. And that's it. I think we can start quali. Right, so we're finally here for qualifying, and there we go. The drivers are starting here, and it's a big mistake. Oh my god, seriously. I have to make championship again. Yeah, I thought you might need to make a cut on this video. Okay, sim. Okay, it's one with the right ratings, nice. So we are on here with qualifying, and there we go. It's Sobol starting at quite ahead here, as you can see here him. And now we're gonna be showing just the fastest lap, and I don't want this. Okay, there you go. And it's Grundy with a really good start here, qualifying. Got Sobol then second, and Kubo, Graf, and Buda also up there with Marian Fries, also Kado, Rist, and Nandi Anti. And yeah, these drivers at the front, obviously, they won't be doing the best of laps because of starting more at the front, so they can't really get up to speed when crossing the line for the first time. So there goes now Sobol. Yeah, and obviously not going to be provisional pole, and it's anti-amazing now with a lap of 29.02. That's really quite an interesting lap. Of course, the lap time that these AI drivers can do, it's much faster than the players because they have more extra speed to give us more action for these races. As you see here, Guetzi also doing pretty well in P6, but I can't expect him to drop as some of these drivers right here, like Sobol, Grandi, they can certainly improve Booth as well. But let's see now, Sobol provisional pole, and I think it is 28.17. It's quite an improvement from Anti's provisional lap there. As we see Kraft in P5 and Kado P4, that's some really amazing qualifyings there. As we see Kubo on P8, and we see Kado and Marin Frias quite far behind actually. She's only P14. And where is Nadi? Nadi P9. And right now is Sobol, who is leading the championship in real life in first place here with provisional pole. And now so far no one is improving their second laps, as now he had cloudy temperature, but looks like it's going towards the sun, so the drivers might be safe right for now. Because if it rains, it completely stops qualifying, of course. As we see here, Grandi and Buda is second and third. And Kado continuing to be in P4. That's really amazing for him. His team certainly needs it. RMC is in last in this team. As in the meantime, his teammates Journey in P11, so they're not doing bad. But who's doing bad though? He's got here, it's Corvid, only P17, and then Promotions only P15. Really not getting this easy, and also, but I would say Guetzi also doing amazingly there in P13, then Andres P12, and Stoll in P10. He's actually doing pretty well in these teams, with 2 top 10 finishes, I think. And yeah, now we see someone improving. I think that's Anti now with the 28.30. That puts him up to second place. Then it's Grandi in the P4. And we got Buda here in the third. Then Kubo in P7 in his qualifying. We got also Nani P8. But now we're gonna have some clouds here. But yeah, for now the drivers should not be thinking about pitting, but maybe they should. Maybe on the next lap, I'm pretty sure they will start pitting for tires. As we see here, Buda in third. Doing quite well in this qualifying, I would say. Then Kubo, Kraft, Carving P6 after a P5 in the actual race in Alton. He's really doing well in this season. So we got Hernandi here, P9, and Martin Frias. Okay, Kado. Journey Corvid really messing up that line. And now there he goes, the driver is going to the pits. Just before I recorded an IndyCar race, where for some reason the drivers did not pit in 5 minutes, like on the entire 5 minutes, they just stayed on the same tires. And I was pretty sure that the tire wear was on, like they were really sliding a lot at the end. So I think that was a bug, so I can confirm it now. So yeah, you can see here Antti has pitted and now he's on the out lap, of course. Mary Free should pit soon as well, and Kubo, yeah, there goes Kubo. Sobel now leaving the pits. And I think he should have yeah, he should have one more lap to improve. But Anti's gonna have two now, as you can see, is already on a fast lap. And let's see if he can improve and still pole position from Sobel. That could be interesting to see that from Anti. And now there he goes, just making the final corners. And can he prove it? Ooh, very close there. Very close, but now Buddha! There goes Buddha, 28.03, that puts him in pole position now. And Anti's gonna drop down to P3, and I think Kraft... Was it Kraft though? No, it was Nandi now, P6. Put himself up there. And a journey improving to a P8 now, that's really amazing. As we see, Corvin still quite far down. I think actually now he improved. I think he improved very soon. As you see now P8. And now there he goes. It is not improving now. Kubo up to P7. Quick qualifying for him now. Marin Frias, they're also improving a lot. You see some drivers really improving. You see Rosim as well. And yeah, Gladzy improving his lap as well. Really amazing. P12 for him. I think he's gonna be Buddha on his own track, starting on pole position. Then it's a really good start, I would say. You see here all the settings, I think they are fine. So let's take a look at the qualifying results. So it's gonna be Buddha, it's gonna start on pole position with a lap of 28.03, then Sobel starts alongside. And then on the second row, which seems to be quite familiar thing, it's the NTH here. It's Anti-Amazing and Grundy, P3 and P4, then Kado's just starting just ahead of Fernandi. Really good qualifying for him. As you see Kuba and Marin Frias in P4, row number 4, then Kraft starting on the top 10, just like Juni. And then you got Corvid here in P11, just ahead of Gladzy, doing amazing qualifying here, P12 for him. As we see Rosim starting only P14, just ahead of Eistel, these words. Then you got Edris and Pumusha starting quite far down, as you see Irvis and Rams on the last row. That is quite the difference. There are quite some surprising results. Pumusha is really underperforming in this qualifying. He's gonna have quite a lot of work to do in the race. But yeah, the drivers are now getting ready for the race. The lights are going to be out, and there you go, they are racing much, and Machtangart, as you see Buddha having a quite solid start here with Sobel right behind. Then you got Grundy and Nanti right there, and Nanti now trying to pass Nanti there. Sobel goes deep into the grass as they go free wide there, but Nanti up to 3rd place with Buddha having a really good start, as Grundy as well up to 2nd place. As we see Sobel and Nanti now battling side by side with each other, and let's see who's going to win. I think it's going to be Nanti there. And I'm just changing here the HUD settings. But yeah, you can see now Grundy just losing some speed. There he goes now. Hernandi on the outside trying to pass him, and there he goes up to 2nd. You see it's an ATH versus LSA battle with FGR just looking right behind, and there he goes Marin Frias. Now up to P5. Can she pass Anti? No, she can't. He's gonna go too deep into to the corner, but now there she goes on the outside, now the inside as well. There goes, it's Marin Frias up to P4. Really good start from the FGI drivers. Also Corville in P7. I was going to try around the outside of Anti. Let's see Pamushas who started on P17 already. Or P16 already up to P8. Really amazing start from the Swedish driver. Really amazing stuff there. Amazing start from the big AR driver. Oh my god, that's really impressive. Also, doing an impressive job at the front is Buddha. Now leading 2 seconds, just 3 laps, really having the pace here. As Mary Freeze now up to 3rd place already. As we see now someone, also Corvid, trying to have a good start here. After a good race in Alton Park, he wants to also have a good race here. So yeah, you can see him trying to pass the NTH drivers. You see they're just slowing down each other. Because Grandy was blocking Anti, but now there he goes Corvid looking on the inside, but he's gonna touch the grass there. As now we see Promotions Anti, the ex-teammates, going side by side with each other. You see really big pack here of 4 drivers racing close together. As in the meantime we got the big crashes, Mary Freeze and Nandi. As that allows Sobol now to put himself in 2nd place. And now we have a massive pack here for 3rd place. As you got now Promotions looking on the inside, going side by side with Nandi. And Mary Freeze and Nandi also going wheel to wheel here. Now Corvid trying to go for the inside line into turn 1. And it's quite a lot of drivers battling here. Also Juroni having a good start here in P8. This is what the team needed. They need a top 10, but also you can see Lynx Racing doing well as now. You're gonna have race announced. You're gonna have some light rain, so I wonder what tires will the drivers go. I think Pooh is gonna be the first to pit. Really amazing start already, 4 seconds into the lead. So he's doing quite a good job here, being realistic. Because Buddha is really expected to have amazing pace. So like, it's a track where a lot of drivers struggle, but not Buddha though. But as you can see here, it's gonna be full rain, full wet conditions, and a lot of drivers that pity for the Inters. That's really not ideal, but you can see here Marine Frias. Gonna start on wets, but for some reason, where is Gletzy? Why is Gletzy not pitting? Oh my god, he's down to last place and he's gonna have to do a pit stop either way. As you can see, already down to last place. I don't know what happened, maybe he just couldn't pit, he got pushed by someone or something, but oh my god, that is not ideal. He's not really doing the best of season. He finished P18 in the last 2 races, so he wouldn't need a better results. Yeah, I think it's really not looking well for Gletzy. He's now going to the pits, but he's quite down far behind. As we see Buddha leading the way, then it's Sobel, Bemushes and Anti, Marine Freeze and Gradian. Nani really messing up the car. There he goes Corvid right from behind, taking that P7. So it's Nani now struggling a lot. He's the leader of this season. Having P8 just like Buddha got it, P8, so that might actually allow Buddha to pass him in the standings, I think. But now we see Sober already lapping Gletzy. Gletzy just 14 seconds behind. That is quite a disaster result, even though there wouldn't ever be big expectation from him, but to already be this far behind after 9 laps, it's really a disaster result still. Because he would want to be more competitive and not finish last again. But yeah, you can see Promotions and Sobel, 2 big veterans here battling each other for 2nd place. As Promotions trying to get closer, but we got some battles here. We got Grandy versus Nadi now. It's the battle for P7. Also got Rosim here in the top 10. And it's Kubo. Kubo is really having a disastrous race here. Only P14, he got a better result in qualifying, but yeah, looks like things are getting back to normal when it comes to his team counterpart. Scuba once again, he's not gonna be happy. As we see now, Grandy's trying to move on the outside, but not working well. As Marty Freeze now also trying to battle Andy for the P4, but now she's gonna mess up the corner. Seems to be a quite difficult corner, quite easy to mess up there. Then we see now Nandi and Grandy now battling for P7. There he goes now, Grandy on the power. Trying to go for the inside, but doesn't work well. He got blocked there by Nandi, but I think this is more Grandy's side to just suddenly change the lanes there. But now there he goes on the inside into the tight hairpin. Can he do the move there? He's gonna get the penalty. Oh my god, that's not great for Grandy. He's really having a hard time passing Nandi there, but in the meantime, you got the FCI drivers really racing well here, P6 and P5. Amazing results here for the Canadian team. So they're on for a good points finishes here. They got Anti in P4 and Promotions looking for a first podium this season. That is quite great. He seems to like this track. It's a kart looking track, and Promotions love karting tracks. And in the meantime, Cebu just leading the way. But it's always the one with the fastest lap. 28.55. So that should give him an extra point for the championship. As in the meantime, we got a big massive battle here. 4 drivers here battling for P7. As he got now Granny on the outside, he's gonna keep P8. And now there he goes, Journey on the inside of Razim. Can he do it there? There he goes. No, Razim is gonna come back there. As now they're all already lapping Gletzy. As you can see here, Gletzy just losing even more time, and now 21 seconds behind P17 Kraft, who's not having a good race, to be honest. But yeah, in the meantime, you see Razim really trying to pass Grandy at the front, but not having the best of results there. But now there goes Johnny, trying the inside. Now it's gonna be on the outside to the last corner, as you can see here. But yeah, Nandi in P7 up there. Then Marifree is not able to pass Antti. Now Antti is certainly catching up to Prometheus, so you might have a battle here for third place in the freeway battle, which makes things even better. Marifree has better tires than Antti. She would certainly want to pass him, and there he goes. Now onto the outside, and she's gonna try now on the inside to turn 2, but doesn't work well. Antti really managing to keep his position pretty well. Marifree is really having a hard time passing the Finnish driver. And then now they're going for this very large chicane. As you can see, it's really a challenging track, and I think it's corners like those, like the combination of corners, that really makes this track so challenging. But yeah, now we are starting. It looks like the rain is ended, but it's still cloudy. We don't know if the rain is gonna come back or not. But slowly but surely, the conditions are starting to get more towards in favor of the Inter's tires now. And interesting enough, everyone who's pitted for the Inters is more at the front. That is quite interesting. I think it's because it first was light rain, then it announced full rain, and yeah, everyone was further behind, didn't have time to go for the wet tires. But it's interesting that the gradient really became more bunched up because of this. As we see here, Carvey now getting close to his teammates. And in the meantime, I got the impression that I think Sobol got much closer to Buda now. Buda was leading by 5 seconds, but now only 3 seconds. Now there's more rain on the way. There goes more rain. As it seems like no one has pitted, but maybe they gotta think about it, I'm pretty sure. Oh, there goes Sobol into the pits. Carvey is gonna do the same. This tire has something getting old, but still it's a risk to pit right now. We don't know how much this rain will last. But you know, everyone who's pitting is gonna go for the wets for sure, as it's gonna be full rain. But yeah, it's still quite a gamble. Staying out might really give you, might save you a pit stop, but if it works. But if it doesn't, if you're just staying out and then you decide to pit, you're gonna be extremely undercutted. So yeah, you can see Buddha staying out, Antti as well. So Sobol really playing the gamble to maybe be able to fight for the win of this race. Really depends on what can Buddha do on this track. You see here, just staying out still. As Antti is 8 seconds behind, but Sobol is already catching up to second place, so he's recovering the position that he was at either way. As everyone else is pitted pretty much. I think Istel is still yet to pit, and Kraft as well. Yeah, you can see Kraft and Gletzy pitting. Now there goes Randy as well, he hasn't pitted yet. As you can see, Antti and Buddha, they are still staying out. And now Buddha finally decides to pit. But is it gonna be too late? Can Sobol pass him? You can see it's gonna be really, really close. Can Sobol do it? And there you go, Sobol up into the lead of the race. But now he's gonna have all the tires, but still he's be able now to fight for the lead. Let's see what's gonna be Buddha's answer. He's gonna go for the outside, not gonna work well. He's gonna try again on the outside. So they didn't have the inside there, but he's gonna mess up to the exit there. So he's gonna keep second. Now he's gonna try on this very large right-hander, I think, or left-hander there actually. Now on the final quarter, not being able to pass him. How can he do the third one? Maybe third two? No, he's gonna have to stay behind. So Saba really doing a major job to put himself in the lead. As we've seen also, the FGR drivers battling each other. Antti has pitted, but now down to P6. So yeah, it's the FGR drivers really doing an amazing race. Because now Sobel has just slapped your wrist. Now Booth is gonna do the same. Very cleanly there. He's really on to the chase to the Dutchman, who's leading the way. There has been quite a lot of rain now on this race, quite surprising. And I think the drivers on this Sunday is going to be hoping that that's not the case on the actual race, because they're going to struggle even more. Although I think Buda might be thankful, that might make things easier for him. And now let's see if he can catch up to Sobel. He's really on the chase there. Really trying to pass him. Now let's see, does he have more speed? I don't think so. We also have more battles. I think Corby and Marion. I think we're at the front also. Yeah, now it's Sobel and Buda actually. Yeah, let's see now. Buda, can he do it on all inside into the hairpin? Yeah, no, he can't. He's gonna have to stay behind for now. He's gonna try again on these next two corners. You see now Kado slowing him down a little bit. Not ideal for the Estonian driver. Now looks like now you're gonna have an announcement for Cloud, so the rain should be ending now. Or should be ending pretty soon, I mean. As we also got here Corvid and Marion Free as two teammates racing very close to each other. Corvid has all the tires. In the meantime, Antti hasn't managed to take advantage of better tires, so he hasn't really managed to recover to that P4 he was before this rain. Or before the second tint on the whites, as he has decided to stay out for quite long and he got hugely undercutted. So it looks like PT early was the right option. And hopefully for these drivers who pitted early, the rain should just end as soon as possible. And I think there was a sunny announcement, so it's like it's going to be ending, but now it's cloudy again. That means the rain or the track is going to take more time to dry out. As you can see, everyone has to stay out on these wets for a little bit longer. Looks like Manny Friese has managed to get rid of Corvid. But now you can see Buda is right on the tail on Sobel. As we see now, Kubo is cleveling Sobel there. As you can see now, some teamwork here. There goes Buda on side by side into the outside now. Can he do the move there? He can't. And Sobel still keeping on the inside. And now you can see Buda on the outside. Can he do it now? On the inside into the final corner, but he cannot do the move. But now that he goes on the main straight. Can he do it on the outside? No, he can't. And Sobel keeps the lead of the race once again. Really brilliant driver from Sobel. Yes, he's doing really well on the actual Sunday League, but here he's quite struggling, so he really needs this win. But Sobel also needs it as well after P8 in Alton Park. He needs to recover, put himself more at the front. He's third place in the standings. Now there he goes into the pits. It's dry conditions now. There goes Kubo giving Buda a little bit of a push, but now Pamusha is gonna slow him down a little bit. As you can see, they're going for the hard tires. That's interesting. 17 laps to go. I think they're gonna have to do a late soft tires pit. As you see now, Mary Free is speeding for softs, Corvid as well, and Antti for the mediums. Then you got Nandi P7 only in this race. Not doing that well. You got Rosim there doing a decent race, P8. And now Gironi on the inside. Oh my god, that's quite sneaky move there. Really amazing from the Belarus driver. Now up to P8. As we see now, Buda not being able to catch up to Sobel again. So yeah, for the AI it's really crucial to be able to keep the position, because at some point the speed might change. And then they just might be able to keep the lead for a little bit longer. Buying some more time. And so here we see Buda now in second place. You see now Antti maybe tried inside of Corvid. Can he do it there? Finally he's going to be able to pass one of the FGI drivers, and there he goes! As he gets the fastest lap of the race. The 28.28, but now Corvid's going to come back there on the outside as Antti goes into the grass. As in the meantime, I don't know what happened, but he's promotion now, catching Buda for second place, and there he goes up to second. Close promotions, but now Buda is going to come back there. And penultimate corners, and there he goes up to second place again, this Tony driver. And now he's going to try to chase Sobel again, I think. But maybe Pamushes by trying to chase Sobel as well, so we might have a freeway battle for the win. That should be really amazing, I would say. You see the gap starting to form in this race. But now there goes Pamushis on the inside now. He was on the outside, but suddenly he just switched up to the inside. I think he's not going to be able to challenge for Buddha now. Let's see now. Anti-Mazy trying again against Corvid. Can he do it now? Oh my god, Mazy switched back there as you see. Now on the outside and then the inside here. Can he do it now on the outside? No, he can't. Corvid still keeping P5. Really amazing there. Really trying to finish on the top 5 as we see now. Anti messing up the hairpin a little bit. So P6 for Anti it is for now. On lap number 33. Now we got more clouds for this race. That could be rain later on. As you see now, Buddha already catching up to Sobol. Can he now finally do it on the inside? Can he do it now? I think he can. They're going side by side with each other now into the next chicane. But now Sobol keeps the lead of the race. Really amazing defending from the Dutchman. As Buddha is really trying his best to overtake, but he's not really having an easy job. As expected, Sobol really has a lot of experience. And so that's how he's keeping himself into the lead of this race. As we see Buddha very close to Sobol, is really trying his best to pass him, but Sobol also trying his best to keep Buddha behind. As we see now Buddha tried inside once again into the airpad, but doesn't work. Looks like the airpad ain't the best place to overtake there. But now there he goes on the inside. Can he do it finally? No, he can't. He's gonna touch the grass a little bit. But now to the penultimate corners. Can he do it there? And now he can't. Can he do it now on the main straight? Once again, there he goes now to the outside. And now he's Buddha up into the lead, but Sobol's gonna come back again. Oh my god, that's some brilliant racing here. As you see, Pamush is right behind. He's getting closer to them because of this battling. As we see some drivers already pitting, looks like Marion and Nandi. Marion going for mediums, Nandi does the same. This makes sense though. 11 laps with mediums, although maybe Hearts would have been the better choice. But either way, looks like Pamush is really catching up to this group, so it's a freeway battle for the win. I think so far I would say the best race, the best team race of this season. As we see here, Sobol still keeps himself into the lead of the race. He's been leading for quite long. As Pamush is also trying his best to maybe get the win after he got one in the first karting, so that's been a year ago already. And yeah, you can see now it's gonna be rain. When it's gonna get announced now? Well, I think this is gonna be disaster for everyone who's just pitted. So Anti's gonna massively benefit from this as he put himself into P4 now. So yeah, Mary Freeze and Corey is gonna drop one position after he successfully managed to keep him behind. And all of that work was for nothing now, as he's gonna have to pit. As you see, oh my god, Andrew didn't manage to. Oh, actually he did. Oh. For some reason I thought Andrew's pit box was the last one, but no, it's the first one. They are the constructor champions after all. As we see here, Bull and Pamushis. Now second and third. Sob is leading the way, but looks like this rain was very quick actually. It didn't really last long. So the Inter was the best choice, but no one didn't have a way of knowing, so yeah, I can see here. Bull now has to lap his teammate. Can he do it easier? There he goes. So he's in third place, but now, oh my god, I think Sobol got pushed by Grandy. Now Pamush is very close to the win. And now Sobol goes to the pits. Pamush stays out. Could that be the right choice though? I don't think so. Because he's gonna be wet pretty soon, as we see now. Kubo giving a little bit good push there on Buddha. And so yeah, you can see Anti now in P4. Lapping Kubo is on P11, so he got some recovery there. Maybe he can finish on the top 10, his journey is right ahead. But in the meantime, you see Pamush is leading the way. He might love to see Rain coming back, but I don't think that's gonna be the case. So there he goes him to the pits. He's gonna lose, I think, yeah, it's pretty sure. You see now he's gonna be leaving the pits. He's only third place. He's gonna be actually passed by Anti as well. Anti now suddenly up to third place. He was in P6. Now with all these rain things, he's just up to third place, jumping to the podium. It's really amazing for Anti though. As in the meantime, we are left once again. It's Sobol versus Buddha. They've been battling all race long. And Sobol is managing to successfully keep himself into the lead, but now can Buddha, now with the fastest lap, be able to pass Sobol? And he only got 5 laps to do it. As we see here, it's trying to inside once again, but doesn't work well. Sobol is really doing an amazing job to keep himself into the lead. And now there goes Buda. Can he do it finally? As you can see, I think he finally can. There goes Buda to the lead of the race. Finally, Buda can do it. He finally managed to get their way around Sobol. And now he's happy to the lead of the race. He got the fastest lap, so he might be able to get maximum points out of this race on his own track here in Machtangart. So Sobol now down to second place. Can he come back on this? That is the big question. There's only 4 laps to go, but Buda finally managed to get around Sobol, find a way past him. It was certainly the biggest challenge of his life, I would say. As also we got Kubo versus Journey here. It's for the top 10 finish. I think Sobol's still keeping himself close to Buda. He's getting more AI speed, that's the big question. Because that can make things interesting, and I think he is. There he goes, Sobol is going to try and come back on Buda now. Can he have the taste on his own medicine now? You can see him going for the outside now and inside into the turn 1. And there goes Sobol coming back, but Buda is going to come back as well. He goes around the outside and he keeps the lead of the race. Really amazing battle here between Buda and Sobol. As we see Rosim not making things easy for Sobol now. He's getting lapped in P8. That really tells a lot about the field spread here. As we see now Pamush is trying to challenge Antti for the 3rd place finish. I think Buda would really love a podium here. And I think he was very deserving at some point. He was challenging for the win, but with him staying out, he lost it, and now he hasn't been able to come back. But yeah, he has better ties and he should have a chance against the Finn. But yeah, things not really going easy for him. As you can see, in the meantime, looks like Kubo managed to pass Johnny for P10. So there he goes with top 10 finish. In the meantime, looks like Sobol is getting very close, but I think his Buda is gonna take the win here in Machtangart. So there he goes, Sobol makes his best lap there. Oh my god, Antti and Pamush is going very close to each other. But I think Antti takes it. There he goes, we can already see the results. Now Mary Free is gonna finish in P5, then he's Corvid in P6, and he's Nani only P7 today, so he might lose the lead of the championship. You just, Rosim in P8, lapping Guetsu really have a tough day today. So there he goes, Rosim in P8. And then after Rosim, you got Grady and Kubo closing the top 10. As we then see Juruni and Kado, the Rapid Motorsport drivers, with a quite solid finish there, P11 and P12. And then you got Juris, P14 just ahead of Rams, and Ashton Words P15 just ahead of Andres. And then it's Graf and Guetzi there in the last 2 places. So, right, this was the race. Buda also got the fastest lap, and right, this was a really, really good race, not gonna lie. Amazing action there for the lead. Sobol versus Buda. I think Sobol was catching Buda on the final lap. Got a little bit distracted, but yeah, Buda takes the win finally on this series. Actually, it's the 2nd win on this team, so let's see if he's gonna come back to the lead, as I should make this standings maybe pretty soon. And yeah, this was the video. Next time it's gonna be more sport, I think, and see you next time.